Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to discuss the U.S. men's national team going undefeated in the group stage of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. USA, USA. Hey, colors are red, white, and blue, for God's sake. I can't get more patriotic than that on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very critical. I am very critical of the U.S. men's national team because I feel like for a very long, for as long as I've been alive, I feel like the Americans have a bigger head on their shoulders than what their body can actually support. Like they're overconfident, and I think that just comes with being an American. But it's just unmerited, or at least in soccer, because uh the class of player that we've had and just the overall CONCACAF, it's not a strong conference in my opinion, which makes it very easy for the US to dominate and qualify. Now, if they were in the CONMEBOL with the likes of Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, fucking Chile, Peru, I'm also part Peruvian, so I'm very salty because my beloved Peru, who I've only gotten to see in the World Cup once, literally have to go against Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Ecuador, Paraguay, fucking Chile, Colombia, like all these teams that are ranked highly in the world. And the U.S. get who? Haiti, Trinidad Tobago, fucking like Mexico and Canada. Like they're those are the three. Like in my opinion, the fact that we didn't qualify for one of the World Cups recently, I thought that was disgraceful. Like there is no way with the CONCACAF being the way that it is that you don't qualify for a World Cup. Like you should always be able to pencil in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada for a World Cup. And that is why I think Greg Berhalter had to leave, right? It wasn't in the 2024. No, was it 2024? I forget what year it was. No, I think that was when Klinsmann had to leave. That my bad. Greg Berhalter, there was a whole drama there as well. But Mauricio Pochettino, the fact that he is our manager for the U.S. men's national team is no small feat. Honestly, like Mauricio Pochettino could have gone anywhere, could have managed anywhere. He is in my personal opinion, one of the best managers in club football, in football as a whole. So the fact that he took this job, knowing the issues that it had, knowing that we have players that play in Europe, but either aren't regulars on the team that they're on, or are just, let's be honest, like because they play in Europe, they're a little bit full of themselves at times. At least I think they are. Where they'll pick and choose, like they don't want to come for the gold fucking cup, but they'll come for the CONMEBOL's fucking South America Cup, which is not their competition. They get invited. Where's Peru's invitation to the fucking World Cup? Or not the World Cup, I'm sorry, to the Gold Cup. Why did we invite the US? I think we've invited Mexico to the fucking South America Cup. Why don't we ever get invited to, will Peru ever get invited to the Gold Cup? Just saying, are they afraid that we're gonna fucking dominate that competition and fucking become champions in the Gold Cup? Just saying. I'm just here nor there. I ultimately believe the CONCACAF and the CONMEBOL should both like merge into one, and just do a big fucking pull there. But that's neither here nor there. But no, Mauricio Pochettino not having going into this Gold Cup, not having his A team, his not having Pulisic out there, Tim Weah, not having like the players that he would rely on normally in the squad, and having to rely on the B team. And we're seeing players like Ajiman, like fucking Tillman, who, in my personal opinion, in the Gold Cup, since this competition have started, have been standout performers to me personally, who I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to be regulars in Mauricio Pochettino's U.S. men's national team squad, either in the starting 11 or in the squad as a whole, because he has that trust, he has that confidence in them because they have been playing fucking phenomenal football. That is why they went 3-0 in the group stage, beating Saudi Arabia, beating IT, and dominating Trinidad and Tobago. And we have a head coach. The criticism on Mauricio Pochettino, in my personal opinion, when he barely took over and it was friendlies, was unwarranted. Why was it unwarranted in my personal opinion? Because he hasn't had time to fully mesh with these players. He doesn't know who his starting 11 is. And now that he has a starting 11 for the Gold Cup and not having the A team or the A players that he would usually have, this is going to be a little bit harder depending on how dominant this team is in this competition and seeing who he realistically is going to put in when Pulisic and when everybody comes back if they for the World Cup next year. Now, who's going to be left out? Because there are players that didn't come that might not be put that are in the A team that might not be put on the A team. So I'm very curious to see how he manages it. But I really do think we have the right manager, the right head coach for the U.S. men's soccer program here in the United States. Finally, somebody like Mauricio Pochettino who took Tottenham Hotspurs to win I think the FA Cup when he was the manager there. So yeah, Mauricio Pochettino, I'm sorry for the disrespect my fellow Americans have shown you, but you keep doing you, bro. You picking the squad, they listening to you, and they're playing their asses off for you. So thank you. And let's move on to the last topic of the day.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.